The XR650L. Should you make modifications to your bike? Should you change anything? Well, I'm going to tell you. Right out of the box, XR650L is a fun machine. It's a good machine. It's a great machine. It'll do about most anything you ask of it and ask very little in return. Give you miles and miles of smiles and years of service, and it'll just give you pleasure for many years to come. So, why would you want to change anything on it? Why would you want to change anything at all? Well, it does have a couple of small minor shortcomings. Seat height, 37 inches. That's tall, okay? You can get around that. You can adjust your preload on your rear spring there, or you can buy the shortening link, whatever the case may be, la 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 la. And people say, well, when you do that, you got to do the front. And that's true. If you drop the rear an inch, you got to drop the front an inch, okay? But anyway, but most of us, it's mock nicks, okay? Because this, first of all, is not a race bike. This is a dual sport. Okay, but anyway. Okay, it has a high seat height. Yeah, like I said, we can live with that. Number two, it has a 2-gallon, 2.7, 2.9, 2.8, whatever it is, 2-point-nothing gas tank, which ain't worth a shit for nothing. Like I said, the last time I had the old gas tank on this thing, I think I got like 95 miles and I had to turn over in reserve. The way the old tank was designed, that gave me just about half a pint of gas, okay? Because what was on the other side of the tank, on the right side, you couldn't get to. You had to tip the bike over to get all the gas over on the side that you're running off of. So anyway, that sucked. So should I make modifications to the bikes? Well, let me tell you something. I took the smog off this bike, and immediately I noticed a difference in power. I noticed a difference in the way it performed. I noticed a difference in the way it supplied that power. I noticed a little difference in the peppiness, and I thought, man, that's great, okay? So then I got thinking, well, they put that smog stuff on there to meet certain standards, okay? You know, for pollution and stuff. I'm going, well, all right, so I took my smog stuff off there, and I changed the gas tanks. Now this all comes to a point. The point is, I just put 3.5 gallons of gas in that big tank, and in that big tank I had 185 miles on it, and I wasn't on reserve yet, okay? So, and I think grand totally with this big tank on there is going to give me a range of just almost 300 miles, and I love it. But anyway, let's talk about some facts and figures. With the old tank, okay, and with the smog thing on there, I figured out I was getting 47 miles to the gallon. This is with the smog stuff, 47 miles a gallon. And that's not bad for a big thumper, okay? But 47 miles a gallon, like I said, after about 95 miles, you got to get gas, okay? With this thing here, at 185 miles, and the big tank, I put 3.5 gallon in there, and you figure that up, that comes out at 52.8, almost 53 miles to the gallon. And it's like, so what's the big deal? The big deal is, and here's the point I'm trying to make, if you have the smog stuff on there, which is supposed to help air pollution and whatever it's supposed to be for, okay? But then if you take that off and your bike runs better, and you actually get, 47 and 52, that's 5 gallon, that's 5 miles to the gallon better without the smog. It's like, well, if you're getting 5 extra miles out of that same gallon of gas, it seems to me like you're putting out less pollution. I mean, that's just what I'd figured. But you know, but anyway, that's kind of where I sit. So you help your bike run better, you get better gas mileage, and you get a bigger range. Should you make the modification to your bike? Hell yeah. Take that small crap off there and get you the bigger tank. You can't go wrong. But you know, now getting back to the smog stuff, it just kind of makes me wonder, because see, there are a lot of bikes out there that are made and are shipped all over the world, and we can't get them here because of the EPA standards. Well, I ain't no rocket scientist, and I'm no physicist or not like this, but if I'm getting 52 miles a gallon versus 47 on the same gallon of gas, to me that says less pollution. I don't know. You figure it out. So, and what I'm saying is, so all these bikes that we can't get because of the pollution standards, and when it just, to me, it seemed like it doesn't make any difference with the smog shit on there. It's like, what is going on? There are a lot of good bikes out there. There's a lot of good bikes out there that we cannot get. Like I said, I mentioned in another video, it's called XRE, and I thought it was Yamaha, but I stand corrected. It was a Honda, an XRE 300, which is the same thing as the 300L, with the exception of it's air-cooled and not water-cooled. And I'd love to have a bike like that. Love to have a bike like that. But we can't get them here because of the EPA standards. But anyway, should you make modifications to your bike? Hell yes. You know why? And you know, this is what gets me. I personally think that the dealers ought to give you some options. I think the manufacturers should give you some options. Do you want low bars? You want high bars? Do you want high seat height? You want lower seat height? Okay, I think they ought to give you just a little bit more freedom and a little bit more choice to make the bike fit you. I mean, you give what, almost $8,000 to this bike, and then you got to spend another what, $1,000 to make it to fit you. It's like it's kind of a, I don't know, it just kind of upsets me. But anyway, make modifications on your bike. Hell yes. 47 miles a gallon versus 52 miles a gallon, and more pickup, more pep, and all that stuff. It makes sense to me. So, but anyway, I just got to think about that, and because I like my bike. I like getting out here and riding these country roads. I come down that road over there just a while ago, and somebody tried to fix some holes, and they'd thrown a bunch of stuff in where the mud was, and all they did was create an old shit moment. There was a lot of old shits there. I'm going, wow, because this bike here, like I said, with its high seat height, a person is a lot more comfortable if you can get your feet flat on the ground, you know, if you're getting something off camber. But if you're getting just kind of a slight hole, and with a high seat height, you're going to go over. So anyway. But anyway, should you make modifications to your bike? Hell yeah. Make that bike fit you. Because if the bike don't fit you and you don't fit the bike, you ain't going to get along. But anyway, I just want to I can kind of update on that. As far as, like I said, in the big tank, having the extra gas up there, I don't notice it. The tank is wider. You have to get used to that. But outside of that, I don't notice any difference in it. It's got, I just filled out, like I said, it's got 5 gallons of gas in it now. And I come through that rough spot in the road down here, and it handled just fine. Matter of fact, I was coming through there, and you can see these rocks here. The stuff I was going through was actually twice as big as these rocks, okay? You can see how big them rocks are. They're actually twice as big as that, and there were lots of them. And I actually gave it some gas. When in doubt, power out, was the old saying. And so I actually gave it some gas, and it helped it go through it a lot easier. So, you know, it's just like, that's what I'm saying, you gotta get used to your bike. Gotta be one with the bike. Gotta know what you're doing, gotta know what the bike's doing. And gotta be happy with it. So, but anyway, should you make modifications? By all means. I guess that's enough of that. Hey, ride safe, ride free.